Greetings, boys and girls. It's time to learn a sound spelling. Let's go to school. Today's sound is V. Vacuum, vacuum, V, V, V. I wonder how we can spell the V sound. Single V says V. Boys and girls, whenever you hear the sound V, it is spelled with single V. Now it's time for the fun part. Get out your clay and make your letter V. Don't forget to decorate it and then copy down on a piece of paper what you've made. Pause the video and have fun. Did you make your V? Now let's see if you can remember what letter spells the V sound. Clean everything up. Get out your paper and write down the letter that makes the V sound. Vacuum, vacuum, V, V, V. Single V says V. Did you get the answer right? Great job, boys and girls. Now it's time to practice reading our sounds. Sound. I. Which I, boys and girls? I blink E says I. Because the vowel signals E, I, and Y, hit the vowel before it and make it say sound. P. Sound. V. Word. 5. I have 5 fingers on my right hand. Sound. I. Which I, boys and girls? I blink E says I. Because the vowel signals E, I, and Y, hit the vowel before it and make it say its name. Sound. Sound. V. Word. Hive. There was a beehive on the tree. Sound. I. Which I, boys and girls? Single I says I. Great job. Sound. V. Boys and girls, when there is an E at the end of a word and there are other vowels in the word, the E is usually silent. And we also have the vowel signals E, I, and Y hit the vowel before it and make it say its name. So we have the word I've. Now notice the apostrophe here. Do you remember what that means? That's right. This word is a contraction. That means 2 words were put together to make one shorter word that means the same thing. Can you guess what I've is a contraction for? That's right. I plus have equals I've. I've seen her before. Sound. E. Which E, boys and girls? E blank E says E. Because the vowel signals E, I, and Y hit the vowel before it and make it say its name. Sound. V. Word. Eve. And can you remember why the first letter of a word would be capital? Yes, this is someone's name. Her name is Eve. Great job, boys and girls. Sound. E. Which E? E-A says E. Because when 2 vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. Sound. Ooh. Sound. V. And then we have one more letter to complete this word. Does an E make a sound at the end of a word where there are other vowels? No, it doesn't. Word. Leave. I will leave tomorrow for my vacation. celebration. Sound E. Which E, boys and girls? E blank E says E. Because the vowel signals E, I, and Y, hit the vowel before it and make it say its name. Sound W. Sound V. Word weave. Oh, I see that apostrophe there again. What does that mean, boys and girls? Yes, this is a contraction. That means these are two words put together to make a shorter word, which means the same thing. What do you think weave is a contraction for? That's right. Weave plus have equals weave. We've seen the stars outside. Sound I. Which I, boys and girls? I blank E says I. Because the vowel signals E, I, and Y, hit the vowel before it and make it say its name. Sound. Ooh. Sound. V. Word. Live. But we're not finished yet, boys and girls. Sound. Now, boys and girls, this A is a one-dotted A. Can you remember what one-dotted A says? That's right. Now let's read the entire word. Alive. Alive. The fish was alive. Sound. I. Which I, boys and girls? I blank E says I. Because the vowel signals E, I, and Y, hit the vowel before it and make it say its name. Sound. W. Sound. Word. Wife. She was his wife. Now, can you turn the word wife into wives? That means we want to make wife, which means one person, or singular, into a word that means more than one person, or plural. Wives. First, you keep the I blank E. The W stays at the beginning. But do you think the F stays an F? You're right. It changes to a V. Then you add the S. Most of the time, you only need to add an S to a word to make it plural or mean more than one. But if a word ends in an F or the F is near the end of the word, you drop the F, change it to a V. Then you can add your S after whatever letter is last. Let's try another word like this. Sound. I. Which I, boys and girls? I blank E says I. Because the vowel signals E, I, and Y, hit the vowel before it and make it say its name. Let's try the next letter. Sound. Ooh. Sound. F. Word. Life. Now, can you turn the word life into lives? A cat has 9 lives. That's right. Keep the I blank E, keep the L, but the F changes to a V. Then you can add your S. Live.